this session is just to talk about modern cooking. How can we cook clean to save the environment? Is it even a problem? So this panel is going to help us appreciate and what we can do as ambassadors to change the message and motivate our fellow youth to cook clean. So David, tell us about Detra's mission and your role in promoting clean cooking solutions such as electric pressure cookers and biogas.
Yeah, thanks very much, Justine. Good evening, everyone. By names of Ucha David, Managing Director at Detra Energy and Environmental Contractors. And at Detra Energy, we specialize in renewable energy technologies, water and sanitation, where we have biotoilets, if you've heard of it, for waste management, gas production, as well as fertilizer, as well as promotion of clean cooking technologies, to be specific, these higher tier cook stoves. And like any other company in the renewable energy sector, our mission is to make sure that we adopt, we make sure that we provide these technologies to the public that are advanced, that are different from the traditional ways of cooking, that is the biomass. That's why if you look at the booth space, you'll see biomass cook stoves, but these are advanced cook stoves. So with our mission to make sure that we provide these technologies that are higher tier to the public and adopt to divert from the traditional cook stoves.
Thank you so much, David. You spoke about biotoilets. And I'm just wondering, how do biotoilets link with clean cooking? And, what impact have you seen as communities switch from firewood and traditional forms to clean solutions like biotoilets?
Thanks very much. In the past, we only saw charcoal and firewood as source of energy. But with the new advancements, we've realized that we can use fecal matter, that is fecal waste, to cook. So you find that we're trying to make use of the natural resources that are more renewable, like the fecal waste, because all of us, it is a source of energy. The one we see as if it's useless. So we get the fecal waste, we manage the waste, we produce the gas for cooking, at the same time use the same waste as an organic fertilizer for our farms. So you find that the biotoilets are a more sustainable renewable energy technology that can be used in our communities as a source of energy.
Thank you so much, David. So in other words, we are all working forms of energy. We just need to put it to the right use. Maybe just to ask you, Father, what challenges have you faced in promoting these clean forms of energy, and how can we overcome them as government, as the community, and as the youth?
I want to categorize these clean technologies into two. One, the biomass technologies, actually there are three: electric and gas. When we start with biomass, we've seen that higher tier cook stoves that are more efficient to level of tier 3, tier 4. So when I talk about tier 4, these are like the classes or categories of improved cook stoves that are quite different from the traditional charcoal stoves that are on the market that are low tier. Cost is number one. You find that for a stove that can save a family, because we are promoting cook stoves that can use charcoal of not exceeding 2,000 for a family of 10. It may sound impossible, but these are higher tier cook stoves. So these are such kind of technologies that we have to promote. We know we cannot run away from biomass, bitter truth. But we're supposed to promote technologies that help us to transition into electric cooking, where everyone has access to electricity, where people have feedstock to be used in biodigesters, and lastly, the cost. All these things, cost is a determinant factor. You find that people prefer buying a charcoal stove of 10,000 now and spend 5,000 every day than to buy a cook stove of 100,000 now and to buy charcoal of 2,000 every day. So now it's about the information that we have to pass on to the public. Now it comes to electric pressure cookers. One, information. As you know, this is one of the new technologies we're trying to adopt. The ministry has done a lot, NREP, in these exhibitions, makes trying to promote clean cooking with EPCs. But the challenge is, cost is also number one factor. But UEPC is trying to address that, but within a project. But after the project, what happens next? So still cost is a factor. Then electricity access. You find that, yes, they've tried to do the coverage. I may not really understand the statistics of the coverage, but it is evident the blackouts and also the access is not as expected for everybody to adopt my JJ in Pakwach to have a pressure cooker. Now, when I go to biogas, you understand biogas has factors where you need to have feedstock, either cow dung, pig dung, or poultry waste. But you find that people want to cook, but they don't have the poultry waste. And also for the fecal matter I've talked about, it may not really work for domestic homes. Because for a family of 10, you can barely actually, let me not use the other bad word. It starts with the S. Generate. Yeah? So to generate the waste, you may not actually really even fill a basin, even if you're 10 people. Yet the smallest digester, to be functional, you're supposed to have at least 2 basins of waste every day. But hope not lost. The Ministry of Energy, I think last year, where we were part, you're trying to capitalize on market waste. To make, that is the organic waste. If you don't have the fecal matter and the cow dung, you can convert the organic waste from the markets for gas production.
Thank you, David. Yes, you can generate, in addition to other forms of bio-toilet waste, you can generate, if you have animals, if you have pigs, if you have cattle, you have poultry, they actually been very good sources of biogas, and they manage that waste. And we've seen systems, once you set up such a system, you have no smell at all. And those are the additional benefits of such, technologies like biogas. And I guess, we are now at a green lens event. And I guess the question is, how can such a platform, help you to reach out to the youth more to actually promote such solutions in just 1 minute? Thank you.
That's a very good question. Most of our end user beneficiaries in terms of these technologies are the ordinary Ugandan, not citizen. One, let's have continued campaigns within communities, within markets, because we try to embrace from the current program with NREP, GIZ, where we move in those different markets to make these people aware of these technologies. One, technologies are there, but the information is not trickling down to the end user. And still, one of the things also, which is one of the major factors, is the access to finance. That we can make these technologies affordable. And indeed, they're not affordable. But the best way is for continuous engagement with the government or other partners so that they try to subsidize or try to engage with the different stakeholders to see that they can create access to finance.
Thank you so much, Tom.